My name is Adrienne Sherrill, and I am actually a member of the AFT e-board for Randolph County. That's the executive board, so I am part of making local decisions, just on a local level. I am a middle school Spanish teacher in Randolph County. I'm a mom of 3 children, a single mom of 3 children, and I'm also a recent breast cancer survivor. So I'm here for a lot of reasons, actually.
And how far is Randolph County from here?
2.5 hours.
And how many times have you made that drive in the last week?
I've actually been here 7 days out of the strike. Yeah, including last Saturday, which was the Senate Finance Committee meeting. So I've been here 7 actual days.
And have you done any healthcare activism as well?
I would say that I've done healthcare activism in finding people. It seems that everywhere I have been while I've been here, I connect with people, and I am finding that everyone that I have connected with has been kind of, I guess, affected by the insurance issues that we're having with PEIA, which is our company. And I have not met a person yet who has not had issues, meaning that we have problems that are not covered, so that we're paying out of pocket for extreme things, medications. I have a friend whose granddaughter is a certain type of diabetic. She only can take one type of insulin. It's the only thing that keeps her alive, but PEI will not cover it. So they pay it out of pocket. It's over $1,000 a month. And people are struggling like this, every person I've talked to. And I make it a point to stop and ask every person that I encounter, you know, have you had issues with PEIA? I know in my personal case, you know, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015, September. I did 5 months of chemotherapy. I had double mastectomies. I was told at the beginning that this was the way that my healthcare plan would be laid out. And throughout it all, you know, when you are going through treatment like that, what they do is they tell, you know, they call the insurance company, they say, you know, we need to order this kind of chemotherapy. And what's typical is the insurance company denies it, and then they, you know, have to ask again. You have to keep going back for more, asking again. But by the last repair surgery that I was supposed to have, they wouldn't cover it. They just said, you know, oh, well, this is deemed cosmetic now. So, you know, I got to my last breast reconstruction surgery, and it never got to be completed because it was going to be, you know, many thousands of dollars out of my pocket. So that's the kind of issues that people have regularly with PEIA, which is one of the main reasons why we're here.
And so what other issues are driving this fight, apart from the healthcare side of things, so the poverty side of things? What kind of decisions are teachers having to make? Like, how much are they really making?
Okay, so just for example, I'm a tenure teacher. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, and I have 21 master's hours. As a tenure teacher, I am currently on the $38,000 a year pay scale, so that's where I land. Of course, after I pay my part of insurance out of that, what I'm really bringing home, because you know, that doesn't cover dental, that doesn't cover vision, which I try to keep up with, right? So I'm actually bringing home about $2,200 a month, $2,400 actually, with our awesome new insurance break. So I will say, you know, I'm a single mom with 3 kids living on $2,400 a month. It's a challenge. It's a certain challenge. But beyond that, I think what's more is that the blatant poverty that we live with here is gut-wrenching, and we struggle to take care of our students who can't keep up. The parents are destitute, they are drug addicted, they're poor, and I mean, in a population where people see us as, you know, doing pretty well, when we still are not able to pay our bills, or, you know, one teacher who's here today has filed bankruptcy and they're foreclosing on her house. And, you know, we're trying our best, but it's not good enough. And with 723 teacher vacancies currently in the state, it's getting harder and harder, and the education is not as quality as it should be with substitutes filling those positions.
So who are your political supporters?
Oh, our supporters, I have to say, we have a couple of senators who are amazing. Not my senator, but in the state, Precioso is absolutely incredible, as is Unger. Unger is really phenomenal, and both of them just keep going to bat and really standing up, and they are willing to put their necks on the line for us. And we see it again and again. They will take it every single day back to the Senate and say, we're going to bring this up, and of course it's voted down again and again, but they try. On the House side, of course, we've got Ojeda. He's also, the famous Ojeda. But over on the House side, we have some really great candidates. One is Isaac Sponagle from Pendleton County. He's really phenomenal. He's been standing up. He tried to push pay raises through 2014, 2015. They've been asking. It's not like people haven't been trying for us, but it's just been voted down again and again. So, yeah.
And so, from what you're seeing, does this campaign end in victory this week?
I'm not willing to say that because I've been hopeful every day coming in. And all I know is that there is a proverb somewhere out there that says, when you are tired, rest, don't quit. And as long as we keep taking care of each other and supporting each other, we can do this a very long time. I'm not willing to say it's going to stop now because after sitting in the House committee or the Senate committee meeting Saturday and seeing the blatant just disrespect that everyone is given. Unger sat there and said, we know where we have money to do this. We know how we can make it happen. Everybody, all the state employees can get 5%. We know how to do this. And they don't even try. They say, okay, 4%. And it's not okay, and we're not gonna do it. So I really believe that this can go for a while. I'm fortunate that in my county we've got an awesome superintendent that stands behind us, as well as lots of built-in days because we usually have lots of snow. We haven't even used our built-in days yet, so we aren't even going to be affecting our school year at this point in my county. So we can go a long time, and the more people that call and the more people that are willing to stand behind public employees. And in the state, there are a lot of public employees. We really do have tons of support. So I think we can go as long as we need to. So maybe not this week, but we'll see. Yeah.
And final question. What has been set up in Randolph County so that the students are still receiving a service while the teachers are here or everything? What got set up, and how did it get set up? Okay,
so actually before the beginning of the actual walkout, which was a couple of Thursdays ago now, we had a county-wide meeting with union members and just with teachers in general, so anyone was invited. And at that meeting we addressed, we all have backpack kids, which are our kids who we send them home on weekends with food anyway because their circumstances are already questionable. So in my school, I think we've got 26 or 30 kids that take home extra food every weekend just to supplement them. So we had already set up with local churches who kind of do that backpack program. And that's just my school. Every school has this in my area. We had already set up with some churches who were going to, when we knew we were going to walk out, they had extra food in those backpacks. They were already ready to send home with the children. What we've done in my county, and especially in my town, is anyone can bring their children by the Phil Gaynor Community Center, which is our big community center. You can leave your child, so one child for $5 a day, that's snack and meal included. There are games, there are other things set up. Teachers are actually manning this place, so they are educational games, they're doing physical activity. So that's been in place since the beginning. There are also churches in our area and other community places that are doing 2 meals a day outside of that center so that kids can go for lunch and dinner and get what they need. So those are the things happening in my place.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.